The sponsor of today's video is AnyTrans for Cloud. It's a free, secure and lighting cloud manager which enables you to manage, transfer, sync and share files all across your multiple cloud drives like Dropbox, Google Drive and iCloud. So besides that, you can upload, download photographs, videos and sync all of those files between all of these cloud storages. So register today to get a priority access, free premium plan and extra exclusive gifts. So you can find all of the links down below in the description. So exactly 4 months ago, I've bought this battery and I filmed this video. So this was about the higher capacity battery for the iPhone 6s from a company called Nohon. Of course, they did not pay me anything because that came from my own research, because I had this iPhone was a struggle and it needed to have a replacement battery and I was looking for it, and I've bumped into this Nohon battery which had higher capacity. So this is a middle range higher capacity battery, and 4 months ago I've made this replacement and today I've got something to say about it. Anyways, today guys, in this video I wanted to summarize everything about that battery. I tell you everything that I know about it and other capacity batteries, how you can improve your battery life and how it's changed my life and this iPhone. How is it different? Is it battery and stuff like that. And now, believe me or not, but I actually picked up the same battery again for the iPhone 6s, but it's for my girlfriend's iPhone, and this has a slightly better capacity in it, so it should be a slightly better battery. Anyways, now let's move on to the real deal and let me explain and tell you guys everything that I know and experienced with this battery. So first of all, what kind of problems this new battery fixed for me on my iPhone 6s? First of them is the heating issue. So your iPhone heats up usually during games, films or just videos, just higher intensive tasks, but mine was during just, laying around on the table, just usual stuff. It was heating up and I was feeling that in that area. So after replacing the battery, I no longer have that with this iPhone, so it's now, operates on this normal temperatures and stuff. So that was fixed for sure. Next issue that I had was the battery drain. Of course, this was the main issue and this is why we had the heating issue as well. So this was fixed as well. It was just laying around on the table in the past and was draining battery percent by percent. It was really bad, but now I just I can just put it on the table and it's gonna be operating on this normal conditions just like every single new iPhone. So these were two main issues that I had with this battery, but what about the other stuff? What about this new higher capacity battery and all of the higher capacity batteries in general? So how to check whether it's a normal battery or a higher capacity battery you have on your iPhone installed? So there are three main programs how you can check it, and one of them is actually really bad because it cannot show you the real capacity of the battery. It just shows the maximum capacity for your iPhone model. So if you have like 5,000 milliamp hours in it, it will still show the predefined capacity for the model. So this is really bad. And the real issue that I actually found on the AliExpress in the feedback section, the people actually bought this battery. They said that the seller is actually a scammer, so he did sell a higher capacity battery, but when they checked it using this really bad program, it was said that this battery is not higher capacity one. And this is actually the case of the actual application but not the seller, because using this two other programs which I downloaded later, they shown that this is a higher capacity battery because they can take the real value from the battery inside and then reproduce it and show it to the user. So it's kind of not so complicated, but you have to know these things in order to check the battery whether it's good or a bad one. For example, okay guys, so as an example I'm going to show you three of the battery apps and we're going to see which one is good and which one is not. So this one first is really good, but still it cannot define the the actual percentage of or the capacity of the battery inside of your iPhone. So this only judges by the predefined capacity for each iPhone. So do not use this regular battery life app. The one that is in here and here, these are really good. This can actually tell you how much of the battery life you have left and also its original capacity and the actual battery that's inside of your iPhone. So let's take a look at this one first. first. Okay, so it says very good, and we have the capacity up here. So as you can see, 2000, just like it was in the package. So this is really good. And let's move on to the other one as well. So I'm here. Yep, it is 1200 out of the 2000. So this is also really good. So this actually can show you the real capacity, but in here, in this one, as you can see, that's only 1715, which is false. So the next question is the types of the batteries. So Nohon company actually sells 3 batteries per device. Not every single device has these 3 batteries, but for example, iPhone 6s has all of them 3. So first one is the 1715 milliamp hours, which is just normal battery level for the iPhone 6s. It is a predefined capacity by Apple. Then the battery which I have installed in here, which has 2000 milliamp hours in it. It's a higher capacity battery. And then this one, which I've just bought, so 2225 milliamp hours in here. So this has even higher capacity than the one that I have installed in here. So 3 different batteries. The pricing for them is actually also different. The one that is stock costs around $17, and it's super expensive from Nohon. If you're going to be buying the battery just for a replacement, the Nohon battery is going to be super stable, but it's going to be super expensive. Then the other battery, which is slightly better, has actually a price of $22 if I'm not mistaken, and then the other one has $25. So the price premium that you're paying for the best battery, the maximum capacity battery, is not that big. So it's around $2 to $3, and I still recommend you guys buying the best battery you can buy for that money, because you're not going to be replacing your battery every single time. You just buy a new battery. You know, it's a hard process and you can break your iPhone. So my recommendation for you guys is just to buy the best battery you can buy for $25 to get the maximum capacity and of course best value for your buck. And finally guys, the last question for today is about the battery health beta. This new section in the battery life in here in the battery, which we have on every single iPhone running iOS 11.4 or 0.3. I don't really remember when it was added to here, but in this section, when we enter it in here, it's gonna say service, because the actual, higher capacity battery has a higher capacity battery, of course, higher than the predefined number. So now this app cannot define the condition of its battery because this has higher capacity. So this is not going to be working, but still your iPhone is going to be operating at its normal condition. So it's still going to be saying that this battery needs service, but still your iPhone, as I said, will be operating at the normal conditions at the peak performance. So don't worry about that. If you replace your battery, your iPhone is not going to lose any of its performance value. And you guys, that should be pretty much it for today. That's everything that I wanted to tell you about this new higher capacity battery from the Nohon. I think I will link some of these down below in the description. You can also buy them not from AliExpress, but also Amazon if you're living in the United States or any other country. And yeah, that should be pretty much it, guys. Also, one single recommendation for you is actually watch tutorials of the battery replacement before you're gonna attempting this, because it's a very hard process even for me, and especially these battery stickers. If you ever replace them, it's so hard to actually peel off all of its battery stickers and then take the battery. It's just madness. Still, if you can, just pass it to an authorized service provider. They can do it for you maybe, and you can give them the battery as well, so it's going to be absolutely perfect. Just please don't screw your device, because it's the worst scenario you can think of. Anyways guys, I think that should be pretty much it. If you have any questions, please leave them down below in the description. I will try to answer all of them. And yeah, if you want to support me, just hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And as always guys, I will see you around.